Good morning all. Thanks for joining the session. Today's session we are going to cover about creating Docker images through Docker CLI and Dockerfile. So in the first demo I'm going to cover about creating Docker images through Docker CLI. So in the demo I'm going to use that demo1.html and demo2.html. These two HTML files I'm going to copy into my Nginx container into this path user share Nginx HTML. Then I will commit and create a new version of image. So for that I am going to switch into the command prompt. Then open this Visual Studio Code, create the HTML files. Then create a HTML file called demo1.html and copy that text, the HTML, and create one more file demo2.html and copy the HTML code. Okay, so save the files. Then open the terminal. Docker ps. So already there is a container created with the name called my Nginx. So I want to push the files into this container. So what is the command I can use is docker cp dot indicates this context. The entire context of the files has to move into the container called my Nginx. My Nginx path user slash share slash Nginx slash html. Done. The files has been copied. So now what we have to do is docker commit. So container id, what is the container id is 59a. So I will use 59a and give the new name of the container is a new image is my Nginx v1. So new image is created. So now we switch to for the better view we switch to the command prompt docker images. So you can see that my Nginx, the image has created 12 seconds ago. So 144 MB based on this image based on my Nginx I have with the latest I have created with tag v1. So what I can do is now that image what I have created I can run now. So docker run -p 8090 port 80 mapping, and I want to run in detached mode and rm. So remove the container when container is stopped. The image name is my Nginx v1. So docker container is created. So now you can go and see docker ps -a. So this is the container has created. Now we can go to inside the container and see whether our files has been copied or not into the specified path. So docker exec -it. So container is 957/bin sh. So we are inside the container. Now it's just ls So there is a directory called usr. So cd slash user slash share slash nginx slash html ls. So demo1.html, demo2.html. Now we try to access that curl http localhost 80. All these steps we have performed in the previous video. So I'm just giving one more time how we can access these files which we have been created. Right. So this is the HTML. Even you can exit and you can access those HTMLs outside the container. So curl http localhost 8090 slash demo1.html. Perfect. So the demo1.html is accessible from outside the container also. Just to try the demo2 as well. Demo2. So it is accessible, and even you can try localhost 8090 slash demo1.html, and you can switch to demo2, demo1 and demo. So these files are accessible. So now we have created a image, docker image using docker CLI commands. But when you are creating a docker image using CLI command, is a very tedious process, because you need to execute multiple commands through the CLI to create the image. So when we have to create a multiple image, we cannot execute these many commands to create the image. So that's the reason I want to switch into the Dockerfile, and I want to create a image using the Dockerfile instructions. So how we can create the Dockerfile instructions? So I'll just use these two HTMLs to push these HTMLs into the Docker image using the Dockerfile. So I'm going to create the Dockerfile, and these steps you need to remember. What is that? First, from base image, which image you want to build the Docker image. So I'm going to using this nginx, and the work directory is, I'm going to use that app, and copy source. So where is the source? So this is the source file. So meaning I can use the current context is dot, and the destination is user slash share slash nginx slash html. So what these instructions are doing is what we have performed in the previously with the Docker CLI. So what we did is we taken the Docker container and pushed those images, those files demo1, demo2 into that container, and we created a new image. So same thing we are going to perform with the Docker file. So for that, what I have to do is, first I want to build the image. So docker build -t my nginx slash v1. There is a typo. Sorry. So where it has to build is the current context. You can see that Docker build is completed. What it has to perform is, the first step is it pull the image from the library. Docker library, docker.io library nginx. Build the context and work directories app, then copy those files into this path. So exporting the image. So now you can go to Docker images. You can able to see the image which just created 35 seconds ago. So we just created. So I'll just cls then docker run port p8090, might be it port been using already, 8092, my nginx /v1, and I will use the few comments like to run in detached mode dit -rm. So container is created. So you can see that with CAF. So this is the container is created and running in 6 seconds. You can see very clearly here. So this is the container. So this is the container ID has created just now. So CAF my nginx, and which we have mapped the port is 8092. So this is the name, default name has created. So now we can go to 8092 demo 1, demo 2 and demo 1. So that's it. So now in this session what we have, I'll just recall all those things. What we have covered is we are creating a Docker image manually using docker cp command. Then we have created a Docker image using the Dockerfile. So this is the basic commands like instructions from nginx. Nginx is a base image and what is our working directory and where we have to copy the image.